Deep in the Okefenokee Swamp, where moss drips from ancient trees and the fog rolls in, thick as secrets, something stirs. A legend older than memory and far more terrifying than myth. Tonight, we tell the story of one man's encounter with the unknown, what he believes was Bigfoot, but not like you've ever imagined it before. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm your host, Bigfoot, and this is Bigfoot Lake. So go ahead now and pick out your favorite stump and pull it on up here to the fire, nice and close, as we begin tonight's encounter. The Okefenokee Swamp stretches across the Georgia-Florida line, covering nearly 700 square miles. It's beautiful, yes, but dangerous. The name Okefenokee comes from a native word meaning land of the trembling earth, named for the peat islands that shift under your feet like breathing skin. Locals say it's cursed. They say that there are things out there that don't belong. Some blame the swamp gas, the heat, perhaps the isolation, but others, they talk about something else, a creature. Something very big, hairy, fast, smarter than it should be, and not just some woodland ape. Something darker. I received an email from a man named Jack. Jack was a retired wildlife surveyor who'd lived near the swamp his whole life. In his message he wrote, "I've never told anyone this, not even my wife, but something happened in the swamp back in '98. I think about it every day, and I think still out there. My name's Jack, born in Waycross, Georgia. I spent 20 years working with the Georgia Department of Natural Resources, mostly alone, tracking gators and counting woodpeckers, just typical stuff. But in July of 1998, I saw something I just can't explain. It was hot as hell that summer. Mosquitoes thick enough to choke a dog. I was doing an overnight camp out in the northern section near Billy's Island. It's remote. No cell service, no radio content. Just you and whatever's out there. About an hour after sundown, I started hearing something moving, heavy, snapping branches. Not a gator, not a bear. This thing was walking, bipedal, 2 legs, long strides. You can tell. The rhythm's just different. I had a spotlight and I shined it out past the edge of my camp, and I saw eyes, high up, too high, and red. They were glowing red like brake lights. Then the smell hit me. Rotten meat mixed with wet dog and sulfur. I've never smelled anything like it. My stomach turned. I backed away. Whatever it was, it didn't run. It didn't flinch. Just stood there, watching me. I didn't sleep at all that night. I kept the fire going and my shotgun across my lap. But around 3 a.m., something changed. The crickets stopped. That's what I remember most. Total silence. Then I heard this low hum, almost like a growl, but deeper. It was vibrating, like it was inside my bones. I turned and there it was, 10 feet from me, 8 feet tall, easy, hair like Spanish moss hanging off it. Its mouth was open, wide. No lips, just black teeth. I couldn't move. I couldn't think. My flashlight flickered, and then it said my name. Not out loud, in my head, like a whisper, over and over. Jack, Jack, Jack. It wasn't just talking, it was inside me, like it was trying to get in my thoughts. I dropped the light. I don't even remember shooting, just the sound and the smell. Then it was gone. At dawn, I packed up and I hiked out. I told no one. I left the DNR 2 months later, and I never went back to the swamp. I've had dreams, or perhaps nightmares, every night since. Same thing. The red eyes, the voice, the whisper. I think somehow it marked me. Whatever it is, I don't think it was an animal. I think it was something else. Something very old. I tried looking into similar stories or sightings from the swamp. But folks go missing out there. Rangers, they chalk it up to gators or heat stroke. But there's too many that vanish without a trace. The Okefenokee has always been a hotbed for strange sightings. Native legends of shadow giants, spirits of the earth who guard the sacred swamp. In 1829, a newspaper in Georgia reported that a group of hunters was attacked by a wild, hairy man who dragged off 2 of them into the trees. Locals speak in hushed tones about a watcher, a Bigfoot-like creature that doesn't just observe, it chooses you. So, was it Bigfoot? Maybe. But if so, it's not like the ape forest dweller we've seen in blurry videos. This thing feels more ancient, elemental, something that doesn't belong in our world, but somehow does. If you're ever near the Okefenokee and the crickets go quiet, don't look too hard into those trees, because something might be looking back. And if it whispers your name, run. Thank you for listening tonight. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that thumbs up, leave us a comment, and share the fear with a friend. New encounters on the way soon. Until next time, stay out of the dark.